Tubbys Countdown's back, and I'm joined by the one and only Jamie Langley, who's probably the biggest signing that Sheffield Eagles have made in the club's history since we reformed. And is that what you said? Say, Jamie. Is that what you said? Tell me to say.
Well,
is that the intro? Something like that. It was. Hey, Jamie, you've been with us a few months now. Pre-season. How's it going? How you finding it? Good group of lads. What we expecting?
Mate, awesome group of lads, pal. Fantastic bunch of lads. A fit rating straight away from the off. One of the best group of lads I've ever worked with, to be honest. I think, when you try and find that magic formula for team spirit, and sometimes you've got it and sometimes you haven't, and for some reason they've just got it here, mate. And whether that's something to do with the coaching, the environment, or just bringing a good group of lads together, I think it just works, mate. So I've gelled straight in. I love it, mate. Love the lads and really enjoying it.
Jamie, listen, I think you're going to make it as a coach because you've got that husky voice, a little bit like mine, hasn't it? So he's got a chance, he's got a chance. And, mate, single a couple of guys out who you're excited to play with, to see play on Friday night. Give us who's had the best pre-season?
Mate, I've been impressed with a lot of lads, to be honest. I think some of the young kids coming through, Corey's gone really well. I think he's got a little bit to go, but he's learning the game fast. Young Blaggers, young Jack Blagborough, really impressed with him, mate. Good, strong front rower. I think he's got a big future in game. And some of the new recruits, I think Big Tonka's going to be back to his best this year, mate. You're going to see the big, strong, raging bull that he can be. I think he's going to be back to his best. He's really enjoying his rugby. Thorpe has had a few mentions. I think he's coming, had a big influence, and it's going to be good for me, mate, because I get to play with a few Naomi boys as well. So I've got.
There you go. Because you don't want to be Cass lads by all accounts. That's all I'm saying.
No.
Cass rules, you know that. And listen, mate, and we go back to. There's a question there from young Louis. James, and he's asking. If there's one player that looks the sluggiest and things like that, it looks like he's in treacle. Name him, shame him.
Mate, we've got a few. I think there'd be a race. I think there'd probably be four in that race, to be honest. I think there'd be Connor Scott. He won't be far off. I think I'd have to put Keith in that. Keith Senior.
Keith Senior, but he looked well in them thousands.
He looked well, mate. But when it gets to the speed stuff, mate, it's still a bit off. But he's 120 kgs, mate. He's had a big off season. But he might have to slot into middle at some point, and then. Probably young Southie. Mix up for it with a bit of guile and a bit of smartness, but it's probably not the sharpest.
How can you tell that it's guile and sharpness? Because when you look at him, there's a vague expression.
I think he's. Well, lads have said he's on par with Endo, mate, for pace. Read into that.
Is he really that slow, Paula? Mate, listen, we start on Friday night. A tough task on a serious note against Dewsbury. They had a great win against London, and they're going to be up for it. Can we do it? Will we do it? What are you expecting?
Mate, they'll be fine, mate. They've had a couple of good pre-season results. They beat Salford. They beat London convincingly. We've done a fair bit of footage on that game and they played really well. Mate, they'll be jumping out of their skin, but I just can't wait to see our boys get going, mate. It's all about us on Friday night. Nobody knows what we're about. We're going to be coming straight out of the blocks, 100 mile an hour, and I'm just jumping out of my skin, mate. I'm excited for boys, and I just can't wait to see what they've got.
Lang, there's a question here from Daniel Fowler. Mate, what's the difference? Is there a difference? Is the intensity of training? The last club, Kingston Rovers, to come in and fit in a part-time environment. Is it a massive difference, do you think?
The big difference is the time, mate. It's just the contact time you get with the players. Full-time environment, you're in there 5 days a week. You can spend hours and hours out there on pitch, and if the lads aren't quite getting somewhere, then you can spend a bit more time. Whereas here you've got 2 hours, 20-minute, you dissect into 20-minute blocks. If they don't get it in 20 minutes, you move on, you cover it next week. The big thing is the time, mate. The intensity's there. I've got to commend these lads. These lads who work 9 to 5 or sometimes up at 6 in the morning grafting, and they're expected to come here on a night and train for 2 hours, mate. I just can't, you can't commend them enough for what they do. It's an unbelievable feat, really.
Jake Rooney asks, Ormore away kit, favourite?
I like them both, mate. I like them both. I do like playing in a black kit. I'll admit it's a bit slimming, so I think some of the boys will look forward to that.
Slimming? We're athletes, aren't we? Oh, what colour are we in now? There you go.
They're carrying a bit on midsection.
We're carrying a little bit.
I'd have to set red in, mate. I can't wait to get in that red and gold.
It looks a bit pinky in you, one of the lads says. It looks a little bit pinky.
Well, it does, mate. I was stretching it out a little bit. I like to wear it tight, pal.
He likes it tight.
That's it.
Hey, a message for the fans, Jamie. Obviously, we're out of the city for 12 months, 16 months. We're going to be playing at the Keep Moat. Exciting times. But have you got a message for the fans?
Yeah, mate. From what I've met so far, all the fans have been fantastic. They're passionate. They're proper rugby league fans. And the big thing is that they come and follow us to Doncaster. It's only one season. I went to a couple of games there last season and the crowd turned up in numbers and it was a great atmosphere, mate. So just the one thing I'd say to him is hashtag join the journey.